What's up guys, Stoic here, and in this video we're going to be setting up our fee delegation service for our VKit provider. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so fee delegation. If you don't know, what you can do on VeChain is you can set up a fee delegation service. So instead of people who are using your app paying their own fees, because if you've got new people coming to VeChain, they're probably not going to have any VeThor, right? So which is what is used to pay for fees, obviously. So instead, what you can do is you can essentially delegate that fee to one of the nodes and they'll pay the fee for you. So that's what we need to set up. It's actually mandatory to do this in VeChain Kit. So we're going to have a little look at that in this video. So if we switch over to VS Code, you can just see it sitting here waiting for our delegator URL as an environment variable, and we've already set up this project ID. So what we need to do, if we go into the VeChain Kit documentation and scroll down, you'll see step number 3 is fee delegation, which is mandatory. And we're just going to click on this fee delegation button, and it's going to take us to a page that explains this in a little bit more detail. You can set it up yourself manually if you have your own service, but we don't, so we're going to do it the easy way because we don't have our own node to sort up our own fee delegation service anyway. And here we can just go to VeChain Energy and we can set one up as a service that we can use in our app. We'll sign in. In the sidebar, you can see there's fee delegation. You can click on that and set up your own URL so that you can use that in your apps. And then you just copy that URL. We'll put it in our environment variable, and then that's it. It's ready to go. Okay, so the last thing we need to do is use our dynamic import in React because we're doing this on client side, obviously. So we need to set up our dynamic import, and then we should be able to turn our app on and see how it looks. We're going to dynamically import our wrapper from utils/vkit provider. And then up the top, we're just going to import our dynamic from next dynamic, and we're going to change our layout to use client. And then the last thing to do is just start it up. So we're going to switch to our terminal, run npm run dev, and we can click on our little localhost link that it gives us. Wait a second for it to load, and here we are. We got our home page. You can see I basically stripped everything out of the next app, and it just has this little title, welcome to VKit test. Get started by editing the app page, right? Classic. And down the bottom you can see my footer built by Stoic, and if you click that link there, that's going to just take you to the VeChain docs. And the most important thing is in that top right, you can see here it's already connected my wallet, and that's because I've already set this process up before, so it just recognizes that vWorld's there and then connects to it. And you can basically do anything that you do in vWorld right here. So we can explore other apps in the ecosystem, we can change our settings, we can swap, we can receive, we can send, whatever we want, just like you would in your normal wallet. All right, guys, so that is the most basic setup for VeChain Kit. We've set up our project ID for our wallet connect, and now we have our fee delegation. With this, you can basically run free and build your transactions and everything else that you want to do for your new killer app. But there are other things that are still available. For example, the social login. And in the next video, we're going to look at how you can set up Privy so you can implement social login for your app as well. I'll see you then.